The decision by the Court of Appeal to nullify the Building Bridges Initiative bill, terming it unconstitutional on Friday, has continued to spark mixed reactions across the country. A section of political leaders from both ends are now warning Attorney General Paul Kihara against challenging the appellate judge's verdict. Robert Omer with more details.
Only 3 days after the 7-judge bench of the appellate court issued the verdict against the proposed constitutional amendments through the Building Bridges Initiative, the BBI proponents have vowed to challenge the decision at the highest in the land, the Supreme Court. However, this move has been termed as a thorn in the flesh by a section of political and constitutional elites.
We've seen this morning that the Attorney General is preferring an appeal on at least 3 main issues: the issue of the basic structure, popular initiative, and whether the president can be subjected to civil proceedings in court.
The chances of succeeding at the Supreme Court in terms of trying to revive the BBI, it's 0 chances. If it would not be good use of their time to make an appeal on something like that. In fact, what they should do, they should join me to support my appeal to provide for multiple choice referendum in our country.
Omoki Murara, an advocate of the High Court, is among the frontiers challenging the BBI funding expenditure. He says that President Uhuru Kenyatta, in his own personal capacity, is liable to refund the cash spent during the campaign to help rejuvenate the country's ailing economy.
The Attorney General may have a stake as a legal advisor to government to make sure that those contentious issues raised at the High Court and the Court of Appeal are brought to rest once and for all.
Maybe the last, okay.
Yes.
You're talking.
Yeah, so I think he has that duty. But what I can say that it is important that no more public funds should be expended on this process.
If a public officer causes a loss of money, then they shall be liable whether they're in office or not. So it means if it's the president, if it means it's the supporters who cause the loss of the money, they will remain liable now and in the future. So all it needs is a proper justice system, a proper government. If the DCI, if the DPP and the EFCC do not take any steps, my hope is that if there is a new government in place, a new president should appoint a commission of inquiry or appoint a special prosecutor to look into that. We have to get that money back.
Even after the High Court and Court of Appeal challenging the constitutional amendment as proposed by the Building Bridges Initiative document, the proponents of the same do not seem satisfied with the verdict and now aiming the Supreme Court to challenge the verdict of Court of Appeal. But only time will tell the fate of the same. Robert Omer, Switch TV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Robert Omer.